Welcome to Growth Mode Podcast for Real Estate Agents, hosted by the Floyd Wickman Team. You know, you can either do it alone or bathe your mind with the inspiration of others. During this podcast, you'll listen to successful agents in our coaching community from across North America share what motivates them and what they've learned. Welcome to the Growth Mode Podcast, our video podcast with the Floyd Wickman Team, and I'm your host today, Mary Palin. It's great to have you all with us, and I'd like you to meet my friend Claire Dunn. Claire, do a little thumbnail sketch, do a little bio, your marketplace, how long you've been selling, you know, that kind of thing.
Sure. Of course, my name's Claire Dunn. I'm with Coldwell Banker here in Coldwell Banker Heritage here in Dayton. And I have been licensed for 13 years now and have prior to that, I was a virtual assistant for realtors. And then prior to that, I was an in-house assistant to a realtor in the Dayton area. So I've been in the business for about 20 years now.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so, yeah, it's been a minute. And so I work primarily residential real estate. I really don't do anything commercial. And so, yeah, I've been in the Floyd Wickman program on and off since I got licensed. I actually was brand new licensed when I started my first class, and then I have through the years gone to numerous events, as well as I have been in R Squared now for few years, like 3 or 4 years now, and had been in it for a little bit prior to that, stopped because of life and other things, and then came back to it. And it's been a very consistent coaching program that I enjoy and have developed friendships with for the people that are in my R Squared group, which the ladies I love. And I talk about our coaching quite a bit to those around me who are in real estate and even those who are not in real estate. and talk about how valuable it is to have that Friday morning call and kind of keep my bearings. So it's been a
That's
good
right.
program.
I love it. That's pretty neat. It's nice to hear all of that.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we do besides accountability and besides sharing ideas and new techniques is we also ask the experts. And a couple of weeks ago, you asked the experts question about LinkedIn. So explain why you asked that question, would you?
Yeah, so I do have social media presence on a variety of platforms, and LinkedIn is one that I am trying to increase my social media presence in and become more of a local expert in my field and what I do. And so that was why I asked the question, is because LinkedIn is definitely is geared differently than most other social media, such as, Instagram or Facebook, where that's more social, obviously. And LinkedIn is definitely more professionally geared. And so I wanted to make sure that I was reaching the right target audience with what I was presenting.
Yeah, I believe your question said, I want to increase my presence on LinkedIn and I want to target my audience, but how do I know what they want? What do I post that would be interesting to those people that I have a relationship with in LinkedIn, whether it's to
Right.
deepen my connections, my professional liaisons, generate additional referrals for my area.
Right.
So the question was, what do I post? And you got some interesting answers. Can you share with our
Yes,
audience
yes.
what they were?
So I have them here. And some of the answers that I received as far as um, so there's a couple of things: what not to post and what
Ah,
to post.
okay.
So what to post, like book quotes, inspirational kind of things, um, things that are local to my community, as far as activities go, weather related, nature related. new openings for businesses, local businesses, of highlighting them, that kind of thing.
Neat idea.
Investor type of posts for those who might be looking to invest in properties versus having it as their primary residence.
Uh-huh.
And then some of the things that I could possibly find for through my local association. So market updates, um, you know, all the stats, days
That's
on market, all the things like that. And then the things not to post are kind of like those humble brags and like what your sales are, what your listings are, what's just sold, some of those things that may not be as important because it's not as a social, like I said, a social medium as the other social media channel.
yeah.
So
Have you had a chance to apply any of that yet?
yeah, so one of the things, and I think I had done this actually, it's been a minute. So one of the things I posted, because at the end of the year, we have a deadline for homestead reduction. That's the property taxes that can get reduced for those who can qualify.
Uh-huh.
And so I posted something about homestead reduction. I did because we're a big military area, Wright Pat Air Force Base is close by.
Yes.
Posted about tips of renting versus buying if you're being transferred into the area. Um, and then I just recently posted something that had to do with why your mortgage payment may not remain the same. So why
Oh,
it may
how
increase.
interesting.
So, and
What
even
was the
though
reason
you're
for that? Is that I would think taxes and
Yes,
insurance?
right, exactly. So, obviously your interest rate, unless you have a variable interest rate, but your interest rate and your principal is going to be the same, obviously, but with taxes and insurance. And so those obviously can make it rise. Typically, it's rising, not decreasing.
Right? Exactly. Mm,
So,
yeah.
and I have had questions like that before from a couple of clients who are first time home buyers. And they're like, why are my payments going up? And so it has definitely made me more mindful through the years as I have been licensed and become more experienced in this, to make sure that I explain those things to my buyers, but I've never put it in written form or as a post. So I thought it
Yeah.
was time.
Yeah. So local expertise. And I love the idea of posting about new businesses. I think helping we give, right? We
Yep.
give by giving. So helping a business get off the ground, helping spread the word that there's a great new diner or a new little boutique or whatever.
Right.
Um, that local expertise that lets you shine and share with
Right.
others. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a platform that I'm not as familiar with because it's easy for me to hop on Facebook or Instagram. I'm not much of a TikToker, even though, so I have a marketing person who posts a lot of those things for me. I just approve them and she posts them.
Yeah.
But, um, but it's easy for me to hop on the other two platforms and be, more social on there. Whereas LinkedIn to
Right.
me is a little intimidating. So.
Pictures of your grandchildren, for example.
Exactly. I love
Yeah,
sharing pictures of my grandkids.
that's good. I love it. Another thing that you're sort of famous for, Claire, is pop buys. So take a minute and explain what that is and how often you do them.
Yeah, so pop buys are just little, gifts that I think of for my clients that I want to share. So one summer I bought a little plastic Starbucks cup and put in one of those Starbucks refresher cans and just said, I hope you have a great, refreshing summer or something similar to that.
Yeah.
And then sent it to past clients who have referred or given me, their friend names of friends and family, and or who I just liked.
Right?
And or who are more current. I may have just had a deal with them, they've just bought through me or sold through me. So I do that. I do for Christmas, for all of the buyers that have bought for throughout that year. I do a ornament that I get on Etsy and have it personalized and send, and then physically drop them off to each of the buyers. And so so if they're not home, I do what I call prime drop off. So if they're not home, I just drop the bag in the front door, by the front door, take a picture of it and send it to them. And so I get, text back or pictures of the ornament on their tree, or, just thank yous and stuff like that. So that one has been one of my most successful ones. But
I've seen
yeah,
pictures of those. I think it says first Christmas
yes.
and does it have the address and the date?
Yep. It has the address, it has the year, and it has their family name, their last name, obviously, with it. So yeah.
Oh, that
And
is
they
such
love
a
it.
unique and
They think it's
personalized
great.
gift. How many do you do when you do those? Oh,
Anyone who has bought in that year. So
yeah,
depending
that's
on
right.
how many buyers I have. Yeah.
So let me modify that question and ask if you're doing a pop by to everybody, how many of those would you do
To
roughly?
everyone. So I have a core sphere of influence of about 150. And so if I were to do everyone, it would be about 150.
Oh my goodness, that's really neat.
Yeah.
And a great way to continue to deepen your relationship with those people that you are looking to serve and to serve those people that they know as well.
Yeah, and the one thing that I have found the most successful, it's not necessarily a pop by, but I do a physical newsletter, a monthly newsletter. And I create it myself with the help of AI and also the help of my marketing person. So I create the content, I send it to her, she makes it look pretty. And then it's like a trifold. And on one of the thirds of the page, I have a note from me. And sometimes obviously has pictures of my grandkids because that's one of my favorite things. Or
Yeah.
something about the market or something about what I have done recently in real estate. And so every month they get that personalized. And then I have actually had a client who she was divorcing and unable to purchase after the divorce, but she's renting and she's on my list. And so I mail her a newsletter. She had to move from one rental to another, and she texted me with her new address because she
Oh,
wanted to stay
so she
on.
didn't miss the next one.
Yes, yes. So I feel like that's a special moment for me because obviously she's not able to buy at the moment, which is completely fine. But we've created such a relationship that she wants to stay in touch, and I love that.
She sees you as her realtor for life, you
Yeah,
know? And you do that. How often did you say you do the newsletter?
I do it once a month.
Once a month. That's really a commitment.
Yeah, yeah. And in that I
Amazing.
do like the market update. I do highlight two or three businesses as
Oh,
far as activities that they're putting on. So local events. And then I do highlight one special business of, what to visit, where to go. And then I put in a testimonial from a client of mine. And then the note. So it's a great little newsletter as far as it's consistent. It's one thing
yeah.
that I am able to do consistently. And so, and
And you've got a
that's,
formula, so you don't have to
yes,
rethink every single time, how
exactly.
am I going to lay this out? You know, you're going to plug and play.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
love it.
So,
Thank you so much for doing this today. I know you have an open house that you're headed to,
yes.
so we will all wish you really good luck today.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And it's my pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you again, Claire.